A very good morning to all. Today we'll start a new chapter, chapter number 14, and the name of the chapter is Empires in India. Now you all are familiar with this word history. So what do you understand by history? History means the study of the past, and Indian history is divided into three periods, that is ancient period, medieval period and the modern period. Kids, do you know that many great rulers, they have ruled over different parts of our country, and the most important empire in India was the Mauryan Empire and the Mughal Empire. So Mauryan Empire was very powerful during the ancient period and the Mughal Empire were powerful during the medieval period. So in this chapter, we will be discussing about these two empires. Before that, what do you understand by this word empire? So an empire is a set of lands or regions that are ruled by an emperor. Emperor is higher than a king. Usually, the emperor will have governors, viceroys or client kings who each rule one land or region. So emperor is higher than the king. Now, first we will discuss about the Mauryan Empire, and they were powerful during the ancient period. Here you can see few greatest emperor of Mauryan Empire: Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusara, Ashoka, and among them Ashoka was the greatest emperor of Mauryan Empire. This is the statue of Chandragupta Maurya, and he was the founder of the Mauryan Empire, that is, he was the first king, and he established his rule over almost the whole of North India with the help of his advisor, and his name was Kautilya. And here you can see the Indian map, and the area which is in light orange color is the area which was ruled by the Mauryan Empire, and the capital of Mauryan Empire was Patliputra. Now it's Patna, the present day capital of Bihar state. And Ashoka was the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya. Now here you can see the statue of King Ashoka going to Ramagram Stupa. Next you can see the statue which is believed to represent Ashoka in Andhra Pradesh, and here you can see the picture of remains of Ashoka great Maurya Dynasty in Kumhara, Patna, Bihar. And Ashoka was one of the greatest emperor of the Mauryan Empire, and he fought many wars. One of such war was against the Kalingas. So after the war, he saw bloodshed everywhere, which changed his life, and he decided not to fight any wars again. And he became the strict follower of Buddha. He devoted his life in serving his people. Here you can see the great stupa which is located in Madhya Pradesh, and it was built by Ashoka. This is one of the oldest Buddhist monument and one of the UNESCO's World Heritage Site. It is believed that ashes of Buddha is located here. Next thing is that Ashoka, he communicated with his subjects. So here subject means with his people through the edicts. So edicts is an official order which is given by a person in authority. So the person who is in power. So it's like a form of government. So the King Ashoka, he communicated with his people through edicts, and he built it in different parts of his kingdom. He had his instructions carved on rocks and pillars. Now here you can see Ashokan pillar at Vaishali in Bihar. So you can see a pillar and a statue of a lion on top of it. Next one is the Ashoka pillar at Sarnath in Uttar Pradesh. Now here you can see on the top statue of 4 lions. Now this is known as the lion capital of Ashoka, and It consists of statues of 4 lions faced back to back. At the bottom, here you can see picture of 4 animals, a bull, an elephant, a lion and a horse, which are separated by 12 spokes. And at the base, you can see an inverted lotus structure. And at the bottom, Satyamev Jayadev is written. Now kids, have you seen this symbol anywhere? All coins and currency notes of India have this symbol. And kids, do you know a graphical representation of this lion capital of Ashoka was adopted as official or national emblem of India in the year 1950. So this was about the Mauryan Empire. Next, we'll discuss about the Mughal Empire. So here, the Mughal dynasty rose to power in the medieval period. Now, what do you understand by this word dynasty? Dynasty means a line of hereditary rulers. That means after the death of the king, his son will take the power and it goes on. That is known as dynasty. So, the Mughal dynasty rose to power in medieval period in India, and they set up a large empire in India. Some of the famous Mughal emperors were Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Aurangzeb, Shah Jahan and Jahangir. Now, among them, Akbar was the greatest emperor of the Mughal Empire. Here, Babur, that is the first picture, Babur founded the Mughal dynasty in India after defeating Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat in the year 1526 Common Era. So, here CE means Common Era. And Akbar came to power at the age of 13 and he founded the city of Fatehpur Sikri near Agra, which served as his capital for some years. And Akbar had a good relation with Rajput kings, which helped in making his empire strong, and it also helped in extending his empire. Now here you can see the official biographical account of Mughal Emperor Akbar's life is known as Akbarnama, and it was written by Abu al-Fazi. Now here biography means a writing about somebody other than yourself. So Abu al-Fazi, he wrote the life of Mughal Emperor Akbar, and the name is Akbarnama. And Akbar had 9 famous men in his court known as 9 jewels or Navratna, and Birbal was one among them, whose stories of wit and humor are famous till now. So this was about Akbar. Akbar did not know how to read and write, but he had a great passion and interest for knowledge, art and architecture. And he treated all people of all the region with equal respect. You can see the tomb of Akbar the Great at Agra Fort in Agra. Here, tomb means a place where a dead person is buried. So here, Akbar the Great is buried. And next, you can see the famous Agra Fort, which was built by Akbar. You can see few famous examples of Mughal architecture, and they are Jama Masjid, which is located in Delhi, Diwan-e Khas, Red Fort in Delhi, Diwan-e-Am, Red Fort in Delhi. So this was about the Mughal Empire during the medieval period. So in this chapter we have studied about the empires in India, that is the 2 main important empires, the Mauryan Empire and the Mughal Empire. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.